good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Foxboro Girls Varsity Soccer. Second game of the year, actually. They played Sharon on Monday night. My name is Michael McCabe, and I'm here with Ellen Burke, and we'll be announcing the game for this evening. Game is already underway. Just a few seconds. They just did kickoff, so Sharon's progressing down the field. Offsides, number 21 on Sharon. So Monday night's game was a good game. It was a little. The girls, I don't know, Ellen, if you noticed, but they struggle on that grass over at Sharon.
It's a tough field.
It was. The final was 4-0, but a lot of the goals came later in the game. Actually, the goalie for Sharon had some great saves early in the game. Foxborough definitely had more shots on goal, but
she did an unbelievable job.
Yeah, she really was. Her name is Barbera, if I'm saying that correctly. She's a senior this year. So Foxborough moving the ball. Caitlin Mollica far right, Jordan Collins in the middle, and a save by Barbera. Caitlin Mollica with a nice shot from the right-hand side. She had a lot of great crosses Monday nights, trying to set up either Jordan Collins or Kaylee McCabe coming up the middle, and Vandenboom earlier in the game. So ball is on side with Vandenboom. Nice pass up to McCabe. A little bit behind her, having trouble controlling it.
They have to get used to being on a turf field now.
They do. It's going to move a lot quicker, but that was last year it was an advantage. Caitlin Mollica coming up the right, a little breakaway, getting behind the defense, and number 5 and Sharon was able to push her outside, and it's looking like a corner kick.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting, Ellen, because last year they had so many corner kicks, and they had a lot of trouble converting on them. I think last Monday night they had 5 with no conversions. So it'll be interesting to see this year if they're able to kind of turn that around a bit.
Right. I mean, this year it's going to be a little different with the corner kicks. So, but last year we had a very tough time converting those.
Yeah, and it was and Caitlin Mollica is great at dropping it in from the corner. She has a nice touch.
Nice play by Ashley Board.
Ashley Board coming up the middle. So actually that'll get us into our freshmen this year. So we have some new girls on the roster. Ashley Board being one of them, playing center D. She had a solid game Monday night. Jordan Collins, a little
nice
breakaway
pass
coming
by
up.
Grace.
And left shot saved by Sharon's goalie once again. So back to Ashley. She had a great game. She filled right in and has been and played the whole game. And she really had a strong showing. So it'll be interesting to see how she works with Emma Dahl in the middle, which seems to be the starting pair going off of this game and last game as well.
Yep. Oh, uh-oh.
So little misstep. The ball gets ahead. Number 21, and a score by Sharon early in the game. So that was Wendy Wooden. She had took advantage of a quick shot over Ashley Board's head and was able to convert with a nice little scoop over Morgan Sylvester's head.
Yeah.
A rare misstep for Foxborough. You don't see that too often, but it's early in the game. But the girls will settle down. But great job by Sharon on that one.
That was a nice shot.
Okay, Foxborough now is, I don't know what's going on. It seems to be a slow in play there. Now they're moving. Okay. They had, Foxborough had a little, was able to take the ball from midfield, but seemed to slow up for some. Ball is now to the far left. Looks like it's going to be a throw in for Sharon coming out, which is new this year. They're not actually throw-ins, right, Alan? They are kick-ins, but they have to remain on the ground.
Yes.
Definitely slows it up. I felt it slowed it up seeing it Monday night. It could be a combo of the girls not being used to it and a little tougher to get it to someone on your team in that instance. The Sharon player passed it right into Alyssa Vandenboom.
Yeah, it's hard to get it to your player, your team player. So, nice pass.
Great pass coming up the middle. Balls seem to be doing well on the outside. The Foxborough struggling a little bit in the middle, out in front of the goal, maintaining possession. But I think they seem to be playing one girl back in Sharon, so they seem to have like 5 girls back on D. Oh, here's a
replay of
Jordan Collins
goal.
coming up, crossing in the middle, trying to take a shot with the left. Nice defend by Sharon. Grace Ferguson maintains the possession, gets it to Jordan, and Sharon is able to come and maintain. So here's another breakaway. Number 21, once again, looks like she's getting behind, but Ashley Board's going to cut off the lane and not allow for a clean shot So great defense, way to be patient and keep her outside. So we have Morgan Sylvester in goal for the Warriors. She is a senior this year, very strong player. She had a great few seasons prior to this, and looking to make it another great season. So last year, Monday night, she had a shutout as well. So back to the play. Kaylee McCabe passing the ball to Jordan Collins, who's again not able to penetrate. Looks like Sharon seems to be stacking the middle in front of the goal. I don't know if you noticed, they had 4 girls in the middle and 2 on the wing, so their middies seem to be playing back more, and it's actually working for them.
It is.
So let's see if Foxborough is going to be able to counter. Kaylee McCabe up the middle, a nice through ball to Jordan Collins, but she wasn't able to maintain against the defender. And once again, Sharon was able to stop them. Looks like they came in with the plan this week, well, tonight.
I feel as though, and they tried to do this the other day too, they're packing it around, like you said, the middle, around where Kaylee and Jordan are playing, so that they can stop any advance that they might be making. So.
Yes, I agree. They're controlling that middle and forcing them to take the shots from the outside, which is obviously a lot more difficult. Yeah. So if Kaylee McCabe up the middle, she's able to get by one defender. Another defender comes up and takes a shot left and goes wide of the goal. It was a shot from almost to 20, so you can see they're having difficulty getting in closer up the middle. But
yeah.
It's early in the game. It's tough to maintain that pressure all game, so we'll see if, again, Foxborough is able to counter.
Yeah, I don't feel as though Sharon's pushing up at all either. So
no, they're playing a more defensive game,
yep.
It seems to be, which actually last season a lot of teams did that against Foxborough because of the offense. They were actually, I think they were second behind King Philip in the Hawk, well, at least for D2, so in scoring opportunities. With Jordan Collins coming up the middle, she was a leading scorer for the Hawk, and Kaylee McCabe as well. So Sharon was able to get downfield, but a soft attempt. Morgan Sylvester easily was able to scoop the ball up. She's clearing out to Caitlin Mollica on the far right. Caitlin taking her time. She's got a little room in the middle, which speaks to that they're playing heavy defense. A lot more time back here when they're controlling the ball on, rather than when they're up on offense. They're not giving them any time, which is definitely making it tough on Foxborough.
Yep.
I think Foxborough, what they're going to need to do is create some passing lanes, get into some trouble. Jordan Collins able to penetrate, and Sharon defender right up the back of Jordan, able to throw her off the ball.
Yeah. You know, I know we got called a few times the other day for touching the Sharon players, so it'll be interesting how the game gets called today.
Yeah, well, if I'm being honest, I feel like Sharon took the majority of calls against them for pushing. It was Foxborough got a lot of calls too, but I thought Sharon really took the brunt. Ashton Cervase up the middle, not able to convert, but good attempt.
Yeah, nice passing.
But they were definitely calling more both ways. You can argue either way who had more calls for sure, but the refs are definitely trying to minimize the contact, which is the new rules of soccer. It's actually kind of still takes a little bit getting used to see them with masks on their face.
I don't think you're supposed to head the ball either. Unfortunately, wish you could.
So this number 21, Wendy Wooden is definitely putting some pressure on this game. So they're playing her up front. It's almost like a trap soccer where they're working it up and just trying to pop it over the back of the defense and have her sprint out to the ball. So if you look, they have five defenders, 4 middies, and then they have 1 up top.
I think she had the few shots on goal last game. All came from her. She's got speed.
The 2 that I really noticed, I didn't realize that was her own, but now that you say that. Another one was Molly McElvey. She number 26 on defense. I thought she had a fairly solid game as well against Foxborough.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
She's back on the right now. She's actually just outside the edge of the goalie box. She just seems to have great field awareness and is able to cut off these lanes on these Foxborough forwards. So we go another corner kick. So this will be the second of the game for Foxborough. A little different I'm noticing this year is they tend to play. It was Kaylee McCabe the last few, but Alyssa Vandenboom's kind of coming up for a short pass, popping it back to Caitlin, but Sharon's right there. They're on the ball and able to able to defend, and now it's a throw-in. I don't even know what you call them. Are they still called throw-ins, Ellen?
No, I think it's like a kick-in.
So it's a kick-in,
Yeah.
right? An inbound. What do we call?
Right.
We'll call it an inbound.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
A soft kick.
So again, Sharon, again showing the difficulty. Sharon, right to a Foxborough player from that inbounds ball. It's a little tough. So let's see. Grace Ferguson is now, and Jordan Collins. There's definitely a lot of traffic here,
Yep,
Ellen. You
yep.
can see they can't.
Yeah, they're all packed.
These girls, they're struggling, but there was a little more pressure. Kaylee McCabe was able to work around a couple of defenders, get the ball over to Jordan, who was able to beat her defender, but just not really get a solid kick on the ball.
I think they had 8 players in the box
It was
playing
pretty.
defense.
It was pretty close.
Yep.
They definitely brought back a lot of their middies on top. And if you could see, I think you're right. There was about 6 of them right in the middle, So Jordan Collins now on the left side, able to snag the goalie kick, but not take advantage. It's actually pushed back now toward Foxborough, but Peyton Feldman was able to push the ball up. She's new on varsity this year. Played JV last year. Very strong player. Was fortunate enough to coach her a lot to town, and Peyton was just everything she had every play of the game. So it's nice to see her up here. She's definitely going to be an asset. Ashley Board able to clear the ball out of defense. Melissa Vandenboom almost was able to grab that ball coming out, but Kaylee McCabe clearing the ball up front, which
This
leaves
can help us
Jordan Collins would have had a one-on-one opportunity, but Sharon was able to clear it out, and that was actually Molly McElvey, who we had spoke about earlier.
Yep.
Ashlyn Cervais trying to work around Sharon again.
Good job staying with it.
So Emma Dahl coming up the middle. She's chasing the ball back, passes it back to Ashley Board. Nice controlled soccer here. I like to see them in control of the ball. Megan Burke on the far right. Megan actually 3rd year on varsity, junior, so she'll be here another year, which is great. She's been a huge asset, as you might know, Ellen. But she's,
If I don't say so myself.
So here we go. Sharon making a push upfield. Just on the edge of the goalie box, number 4 for Sharon has the ball. Ashlyn Cervais is able to get back and defend. Nice job. Looked like she was going to be able to get a clean shot off, but Ashlyn Cervais was able to get back and slow it down. So looks like it's going to be Foxborough inbound at about the 20, 25-yard line, Foxborough's side of the field.
It's the other tough thing about these games, no ball girls anymore.
Oh, that's
So
right.
we
I didn't even.
we have to run and get the ball all the time.
I didn't even notice. That's good. Oh, you know what? Sharon had a lot of. They played it smart. I was wondering they had a lot of balls around the sideline, so that they could pick up and keep the momentum going. So that was interesting.
Right.
Now I see a few at midfield here.
Yep.
Yeah, they're definitely struggling up the middle. Grace Ferguson and Kaylee McCabe having a little bit of trouble getting control of the ball and pushing through. Nice attempt. Nice attempt. It just over the crossbar, hitting the top of the net. That was Wendy Wooden again.
Yeah.
And she is. I hope I'm saying that correctly, Wooden. But
Yeah, Wooden.
she had another nice shot from the right-hand side. I would try to push her right. So if you watch here, she's coming right over. Ashley Board was right there, but just cleared her. So it was a nice attempt, actually.
Was.
So we have
She's
Grace
a strong
Ferguson in the
player.
middle. She is. She's smart. Well, a lot of girls will tend to float back, Ellen, when they're up on a striker position like that. But she's really staying. She's taking what the defense is giving her.
Right.
So she's hanging around Ashley Board a lot. Stays about 5-10 yards off of her, and then when the ball comes up, she's ready to go. As I say that, she's moving back to midfield. But most of the game, she's been staying up top, conserving her energy, being ready to go. I have to assume these masks are just so difficult for these girls to run around and play in. I mean,
I can't imagine.
I remember playing, on a field like this, same thing, and just struggling to breathe because you're sprinting up and down, and never mind put a mask on your face.
Right. And to run this much, I mean, I'd love to know how many miles they run in a game.
Right. Well, I think the average, like NBA basketball, is like 6 miles, 6.5. So we can't imagine the full,
Oh, nice pass.
Nice right idea. Jordan
Yep.
Collins able to maintain possession. Kaylee McCabe over to Jordan Collins in the middle. Jordan trying this opportunity, pushes it over to Caitlin Molliker on the right. Caitlin waiting. Caitlin has a great cross, too. Oh, right off the... Oh, it's in.
Nice,
it's in. Great ball.
Good job.
Caitlin Molliker from the right. It
beautiful.
looked like she was crossing the ball, and she might have been, but she caught that outside post, and it went right in. That was...
But that started with Kaylee.
Kaylee McCabe up to Jordan Collins, and Jordan over to Caitlin Molliker. And those three have been potent
All
for the
three of
past
them
3 years.
working hard.
The offense just pushing the ball. So that was a great, great goal coming in. That's Caitlin Molliker's first for the season.
Yep. She did get one called back last
She did.
game.
The other game was an offsides.
Offside, yep.
Correct. Kaylee McCabe coming up the middle is able to steal the ball from Sharon.
Maybe they can do it again.
Now he's
It's
calling a push
our
on
kick.
Sharon.
Yep.
So Kaylee McCabe pushing it up and was able to get the call. So now Foxborough has they're pushing up. But if you look, Ellen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
It's
Sharon
only
players.
Wooden back.
9,
Wooden.
yep, 9 players for Sharon. And Wooden is back with the defenders of Foxborough, just waiting for her opportunity.
Lauren
So now
Miley
there's
is
a
checked into
breakaway.
the game. In the middle.
Lindsay Resnick as well has come in. She's playing. So it looks like they Lindsay Resnick in the middle. The first game she was on the left-hand side.
So here's the goal.
So here's the goal coming anyway. This is Kayla Molliker, takes time, works past the defender. Really just look it right off. That was just got the back post right into the far corner.
Beautiful.
Very little the goalie could do about that. That was a fantastic shot. We have Jordan Collins moving up the right. We have Grace Ferguson up the middle. Great through ball to Grace Ferguson, taking her time, looking for Alyssa Vandenboom. Alyssa's there. She's got a little bit of space, and she gets tripped up by a Sharon defender. So now this is Lindsay Resnick coming up the middle, taking her time, looking for right to Grace Ferguson, again back to Lindsay Resnick. This is great control. This is what Foxborough did so well last few years. Just taking their time, creating the opportunities. Not panicking, not trying to push what isn't there. So and this is a great move, Ellen, because with so many Sharon defenders playing so far back in the goalie box, you move up a couple defenders and you keep that ball forward. You have these outlet passes to the back.
Yep.
And then some of the Sharon defenders are going to have to move back to cover for these additional Foxborough players coming up, and that's where you'll create your opportunities.
Yes. Yep.
So hopefully Foxborough makes that adjustment. It seems the players are starting to see it. With Lindsay Resnick coming up a little further, we have Megan and Ashley staying back?
No.
Who's in the far? Is that
that's
Lindsay?
Lindsay and
Okay.
Ashley.
That's Lindsay and Ashley, and then
I think.
so we have up forward on D is that Kylie O'Keefe or Peyton Feldman? Excuse me.
That's
Peyton
Peyton
Feldman's
Feldman,
up forward, okay.
Yeah.
And then we have Lauren Miley coming up as well. Lauren Miley new to varsity this year as well.
I think. Do they have Lauren Miley? I think playing defense.
She is. I think she's playing the outside wing, but they look like they've modified and they've pushed their wings up.
Yep.
And they're keeping their centers back on D. So now hopefully this will create the opportunities for more shots. So we have a minute and a half left in this quarter. We have switched to quarters this season too.
Right.
So that's a little adjustment on getting used to. So
Yep.
that will help with the mask. Allow the girls a little break.
Right. I know. They need it.
They do a lot of running. So with the mask on. Okay, ball over Ashlyn Space's head, and Lindsay Resnick getting in there. Very aggressive. It was just looked like it got on the line. I definitely like Lindsay Resnick plays. She's physical. She doesn't flinch. She goes right for that ball. She's not afraid, and that I think is a huge asset because a lot of these girls will kind of flinch or hesitate, and you didn't see Lindsay do that Monday night. And she doesn't seem to be doing it here. So another inbounds right to a Foxborough player from Sharon. That's difficult.
Nice
so
job by
Jordan
Jordan.
Collins is able to shield and push
Yep.
through.
Just a little too forward.
Foxborough just doesn't. They're playing hard, but they just a little trouble getting some momentum here.
Yep.
So I like this combo with Grace Ferguson and Kaylee McCabe in the middle. They had some great shifts last season as well. They seem to work well together. They cover the field well. They don't get in each other's way, and if it's got to be communication where they let the other one know. So we have Caitlin Molliker again out on the right, or no, that was Alyssa Vandenboom, excuse me. So on the far right, trying to work the ball back to the middle. Okay, so it's Foxborough inbounds. Right now we have Jordan Collins playing up in the middle, Ashlyn Cervais to the left, Alyssa Vanderboom on the right, and Kaylee McCabe and Grace Ferguson in the middle, spreading the field well. But again, there's just a sea of white shirts back there. Everyone but number 21 on Sharon is back deep playing defense.
I was going to say we have three girls on her too, but
and it's working. They've cut down the opportunities. Last year, Foxborough struggled on the grass against Sharon, but then came back and played them on the turf and really just controlled that game from beginning to end. Where today they're putting the most pressure, but Sharon is definitely has slowed their progress. So that's the end of the first quarter. Able for the girls to now take a break. But I'll tell you, it's interesting with the changes of the game, but they don't really seem to have affected it much, Ellen. I don't know what your opinion on it is. I thought the game moved well Monday and so far today. The inbounds it's tougher on the players, I think, than the spectators.
Yeah.
Because it's a little harder to get that ball to a teammate rather than throwing it over your head. But
right, yeah, it's easier to throw it over the opposing player's head. Over their head than it is to try and get it through their feet. So, I mean, that's the one big thing I think we're having trouble with, both teams. You know, I think we'll see that all season, just trying to get it to your player.
So in the masks, I mean, I thought I noticed it in the second half Monday, but it might have just been my imagination where it really seemed like the girls were fatigued a bit. And it could be the shortened season. They didn't really have the training. They didn't have tryouts till mid-September. They didn't have their summer league, which every year they've had, which has been a great. It's great in the summer for freshmen or newer players to the team are able to come in, really get acclimated with the girls, get situated to the coaches. So they didn't really have all that. Every team's dealing with that, obviously.
Yeah, no, that was a bummer, I think, for our girls, and I'm sure every town. Every
sport, every town, correct?
Yep.
You're right, Ellen. That's a good point. And you look at a team like Sharon, they have 16 on their roster, so they have a small roster.
They do. They sub a lot, too.
They do, and which is smart because, so they don't wear out further on in the game, especially with the face masks on, where, Foxborough has, how many do they have on the roster on?
20.
20?
Yep.
Say 22. So they have a bigger roster, and they're able to kind of, take advantage of that through the game. You saw that a little more on Monday.
Well, to your point, Wooden, like you say, she was pretty much on the other side of the 50-yard line. She really didn't come up much, so she was saving her energy since she's probably going to play the whole game, I would think.
And that's the smart move, because she's their scorer. She's their scoring threat. And with Ashley being new to the team and new to varsity this year, we definitely lost. The team lost some speed. And Yara Fawaz, who was one of the fastest players on the field at any time, she's graduated. She's over at Stonehill, so she's definitely hard to replace. And then Caroline Cass was another one who was a little more quieter on the outside, but very fast and had great stamina for the game. So. What they've kind of given up in the speed, it seems they've picked up a little in the physical, but they have to mesh. That takes a little bit of time. You have Emma Dahl back there. They're kind of shifting in and out, and she's comfortable enough back there. Now they've moved Lindsay Resnick over to the middle with Ashley, so they have to get kind of used to it. And Lauren Miley is now, she looks like she's going into the center, and they're going to push Lindsay Resnick to the outside.
Yeah.
So Lauren Miley played center mid last Monday.
She did.
It's interesting to see some moves the coaches were able to kind of assess for the first time, see what they have for these new players. So Alyssa Vanderboom, a little breakaway. She's pushing and able to maintain possession. But she has two girls on her, looking for an outlet pass to Jordan in the middle. And Sharon, once again, is able to just poke the ball out. So we have Lauren Miley in a foot race against a Sharon player, and she's able to get it. Nice little soft pass back to Peyton Feldman, who has a little bit of time to work the ball, which is great. Great field awareness. She was able to control the ball, look up, and see Jordan Collins was open. Caitlin Malika coming on the right.
It's a little too far ahead of Caitlin.
Just a bit. But I would say it was Molly McElvey was there as usual. She was kind of ready. I'm not sure Caitlin would have been able to get there.
No.
She had the angle cut off. Well, I think we're lucky. It looks like the sky's clearing a bit, Ellen. The weather wasn't supposed to hold up.
No, I was expecting rain for 3
Rain
hours.
and high winds, I believe.
Right.
Foxborough with possession again, keeping it over the 50. Lauren Miley taking her time, kind of controlling the ball. Now, a little interesting. It must be the home team can decide because Sharon switched sides each quarter.
Right.
But Foxborough, and this time they're maintaining the same side of the field for the first half, which to me would make sense because that's kind of the norm.
Right. Yeah, now that you say that, I wasn't sure if that was something that we had to do during the game, switch each quarter.
So Ashlyn Cervais inbounding to Jordan Collins, the middle, passing over to Kaylee McCabe for a shot and
nice.
in.
It's
Great
beautiful.
setup. Fantastic pass by Jordan. So that was a nice inbounds from Ashlyn Cervais. Jordan Collins was able to get it in the middle. Now, let's see here, we're going to do a quick replay. So Jordan Collins takes her time, sees Kaylee. Nice soft touch.
Yeah.
Kaylee McCabe able to do a one-timer and
Beautiful.
just off the tip of the goalie's finger. So that was a great shot on goal. So it looks like Foxborough is starting to figure this out a little bit, Ellen.
Yep.
Starting to control the ball a little more, maintain possession, and get their opportunities. So that's Kaylee McCabe's second goal of the season. She had one against Sharon on Monday night as well, as did Jordan Collins. Erin Foley, who's a freshman, new to varsity this year. She had a nice game, got herself settled in well. And who was the fourth, Ellen? Who was the fourth goal Monday night? Do you remember?
Erin Foley? Did you say Erin?
I did.
Oh, sorry.
So Miss
It
Ashlyn
was
Cervais.
Kaylee. Jordan had
Kaylee
two.
McCabe coming up the middle has a lot of space. Jordan Collins is on the far right. So Kaylee McCabe right up to Jordan on the far right. Caitlin Mollick is coming up behind her for a nice outlet pass if needed. Lissa Vandenboom and Kaylee McCabe in the middle waiting. Jordan, another nice little soft pass to Kaylee McCabe with another shot and goal.
And a goal.
Once
Another
again,
assist by Jordan,
another assist
and
by Jordan and another goal by Kaylee McCabe. Great teamwork again. Here we go. Here's the quick replay on it. So it's coming up the middle. Jordan over to Kaylee, has the defender on her, was able to control the ball, move it, and nice shot. Right, same. Actually looked the same. Right off the fingertips of the goalie. Yep. Right off her fingertips.
Yep.
So again, looks like Foxborough is kind of figuring this out, and they're settling down. I think it's like anything, you have to get used to a new team, and they definitely have a bit of a new look this year. I mean, the same up front, but the defense, which was a huge strength last year, and it's looking to be a fairly good one as well. So Jordan Collins coming up the middle and takes a shot, not able to capitalize, but great work. Jordan's having a great first half up there. She's really taking her time. She looks like she wants one. She's a little frustration, but usually that gets her fired up, so it's good to see. I like to see when Jordan gets a little frustrated is when she really starts to grind and push. So it'll be good to see her continue.
Right.
Okay, so we have an inbounds in the corner from Sharon, looking for a teammate again. Right on the corner now. It's going to be an inbounds from Foxborough. These inbounds are very tough, especially back there.
Right.
You're down by your own team. You're not able to get the ball has to stay on the ground.
All you have to do is
Very
pack
difficult.
it in.
So a nice through ball over to Grace Ferguson, back to Jordan Collins in the middle. Jordan almost able to get it off, but it's about 4 Sharon defenders in the middle, and they were able to clog it up and hold them off. So Lindsay Resnick is shadowing Wendy Wooden right now. So I don't know if that's the plan for the second half, but I think it's a good matchup. Lindsay's seems to have some good speed, and again, she's
Caroline Rongione is coming into the game
focused.
for Alyssa Vandenboom.
Caroline's second year on varsity. Had a good solid season last year, so hopefully to capitalize. A nice through ball by Jordan, just ahead. Caroline wasn't able to quite get her foot on it. Sharon's goalie now has control. And quick out. Right to Lindsay Resnick, over to Kaylee McCabe in the middle. Wasn't able to control the hop, came in a little hot. So Ashley controlling the middle. Lindsay Resnick able to break it up again, gets it out to Ashton Cervase up the middle. And Caitlin Malika, another great control. Passed it. So Sharon once again stacking a lot of white shirts back there, but Foxborough seems to be countering it. Seems to be slowing them down now. So Lauren Miley is above the middle. Nice soft back. We have a whistle on the play. I didn't catch it. Did you catch it, Ellen?
I did not.
Must have been a push. They definitely they haven't called too many, but they had a lot more in Sharon. They were calling it a lot more there. But you know, neither of these teams are playing physical a lot, so I'm glad they're letting it go because they're playing the ball and they're.
It's hard to switch to not touching an opposing player when you're so used to doing that. You've done it for.
You teach them as when you're coaching them young. You teach them keep your arms down, don't extend, but you can use your body. Use your body to shield. Use your body to push off.
Right.
And they've learned. Now all of a sudden, you know, they have to adjust their game. But the good thing is everyone has to adjust on both sides. I think the X factor is the ref and which ref you have and how they choose to call it. So nice ball up the middle, right back in from Sharon. Asher Board, nice control.
There we go.
All right, Lauren Miley has the ball in the middle, working her way up. Nice through ball to Jordan Collins. Nice 20-yard through ball. It was a great pass, Jordan. Looking to get around, beats her defender. Couple quick foot moves, and quick attempt, but she was out about the 20. Just wasn't able to quite get her foot on it enough. Great pressure.
Maybe hoping for a little Foxborough bounce.
Well, she's definitely, her footwork is, which has always been. She has great skill, but looks like she's even been worked. I don't know. I'm stumbling on my words, but she looks like she's improved as well this year. She seems to have great control, able to change direction on a dime and get around single defenders.
I know she worked a lot this summer on that.
Yeah, well, it's obvious. You can tell she's done that a couple times tonight, where she's able to beat the one-on-one consistently. Looks like another push call on Foxborough coming out from Sharon, just outside the goalie box. And quick up the middle, Foxborough. Lauren Miley's there to meet it and keep it forward. So a little back and forth in the middle. Braden Feldman settling in. Got Caitlin Malika on the far side, trying to work the ball around. Is able to get around to her finish. She's coming up the right. We have Caroline Rongione in the middle. Kaylee McCabe, Jordan Collins coming up. Nice through ball from Jordan to Kaylee McCabe. Kaylee's able to work around the defender and
nice save.
Got the shot off, but the goalie was right there for it.
It was a great move though by Kaylee.
It was great teamwork. That's been there. That was done last year between Malika, Collins and McCabe generating offense last year. Was right there was a great example of how they were able to maintain the high score through the season. So we have Ashton Cervase coming up the left, working the sideline, and Jordan Collins. Right idea. The Sharon defender was able to just extend her foot and take it. So Lindsay Resnick over Lauren Miley in the middle, Lauren over to Peyton Feldman. Now this is Foxborough soccer. This is how they played it last year. They're really controlling the ball, looking for their outlet passes. So here's another quick look here. We're going to do a quick replay. So Kaylee McCabe able to fake around the defender, get the shot off with their left foot, but just right into the gut of the goalie who's there ready. So you saw a little frustration in Wendy Wood. She'd come back. Did you see she chased down Peyton Feldman, was able to kind of lay her shoulder in, which was clean, and get Peyton right off the ball and got kicked out, and Sharon now has possession. So I think that's the big thing for Sharon is they need to keep their head. You know, it gets when you get a couple quick goals like that, it can be frustrating. So the girls have to learn to just kind of settle down. There's a lot of soccer left. We're still in the first half, and Sharon has shown that they are definitely a tough team.
They are. They keep plugging away. We were lucky to not lucky, but it was good conversions on all of those goals. We were they didn't have as many players in the box, so I felt like they were blanketing the first quarter. We couldn't get anything in there, and then in that second quarter when we started to convert, there weren't as many defenders in there. So.
To your point, Ellen, I think it was they brought the wings up on defense for those outlet passes, and that they had spread the defense out on Sharon.
Yeah.
So it was nice. It created those opportunities, and then the girls up front were able to take advantage and convert. So we have an indirect coming out of the corner. Looks like I don't know who's taking that. Looks like Caitlin Wallago taking the kick. I'm not sure what was the issue there.
I'm not sure why
now
they're not
bringing
letting
it back. Now it looks like it's going to be an inbounds by Sharon. So I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Well, I don't know why they didn't let the subs in on that last.
Well,
I don't know either.
Yeah, it was a Foxborough possession.
Right.
Kayla Malika, it looked like an indirect kick. I don't know if it was maybe an incorrect call and they just brought it back. It was supposed to be Sharon's ball.
Maybe.
Now it's going to be a corner kick for Sharon, which will be their first of the game. It looks like we got some substitutes coming in for Foxborough. All right, so Sharon trying to keep the ball forward. It's the first time you see this many Sharon players up on the Foxborough side.
Right.
So it looks like they're pushing a little bit. Now it looks like Foxborough is going to have an inbounds calling in for substitutions.
So we got
Kaylee
Brooke
McCabe's coming out. Ashlyn Cervais is coming out. It looks like Malika. So we have Brooke Barrera, who is on Varsity this year. She played JV last few years. Looks good. Very strong player. Has able to use both feet. Equally strong on both feet. So should be a good addition. It's good to see her getting some time on the field. So who else did we have come in? We had JoJo Carmen coming in on the, looks like the left outside wing, and then on the far right, I'm not sure who came in. Is that Olivia Nicholson over there? I can't see that far.
I thought it was Kylie O'Keefe, but
it could be on the far side. Get my glasses out and see what we have. Well, at any rate, we'll figure out who that is, and we'll get back. But so we have Grace Fergus up the middle with Brooke Barrera, and Brooke waiting, and now Jordan Collins pushing. She's got some space. Let's see what Jordan's able to do with this. She is pushing toward the right, keeps moving the ball, and it is. Yes, it is Olivia
It is Olivia.
Nicholson.
Yep,
so
you're
my
right.
eyes aren't as bad as I thought.
As mine.
Olivia has a great right foot. She really can strike that ball when she has the opportunity. So it'd be good to see her get some time and really push the ball forward.
Yep. Maybe we'll see it.
So
see
here
it now.
she comes, and that's a nice little left chip in front to Jordan Collins. Jordan not quite able to get her. It was a little bit behind her, so she wasn't able to quite grab it. But that's to the credit of the Sharon defenders. They were there blanketing her. So quick out by the goalie to Lauren Miley, to JoJo Carmen on the left. She has a little space. She's going to take advantage of it, push up the field, and she's moving to the left. She's got a Sharon defender shattering her, but is able to pull it away from her. It's a nice little battle going on back and forth here. And Sharon defender's able to get her foot on it and push the ball out so they can reset. All right, so looks like Lindsay Resnick's going to do the inbounds, and Jordan Carmen is there for a quick possession. Back to Lindsay Resnick, looking to put it up in the middle and right to the goalie. Actually was able to pick it up. So so Casper with a goal kick is picked up right by Caroline Rongione. Is able to keep it forward. And Caroline Rongione once again has it on the outside, looking to push through the defender. She's able to break through and looking to cross. And the Sharon defender was there to shield the ball. Quick out back to Olivia Nicholson, who's keeping the ball in. Got a little battle in the far right corner. Sharon is able to pull it out successfully. Now they're trying to push the ball up, and this is where the trap's going to be more difficult because they're trying to kick the ball up 20 yards to Wooten, and she's just not able to get there. Gives Ashley Board time to set up.
They have two Foxborough defenders playing on.
Well, that's it. It gives Ashley Board time to set up. It's giving Lindsay Resnick and Peyton Feldman. So with that, if you're trying to kick it from that far back, it's tougher to make the opportunities there. So looks like a push on Sharon. So Foxborough is going to be taking the kick. Lindsay Resnick will be kicking the ball on the 50-yard line. And is able to strike it up to Jordan Collins, who's able to control the ball. There's 4 Sharon defenders, and once again they're able to clear it out. And Jordan Carmen just trying to create an opportunity, but just kind of get her foot under the ball. So it's going to be a goal kick for Sharon coming out. And this is, like you said, with no ball girls, where we lose a little bit of time on the clock. They've done well, though. I mean, it's you haven't noticed it. That was the first time I've really noticed it slow it down a bit.
I think because that one just went so far.
Right, that was a bit of a.
I see Mr. Kaiser down there helping collect the balls.
Foxborough, always someone willing to help. So Jordan Collins, she just lost the ball, had a good couple moves, and just wasn't able to keep her foot around it. So Sharon defender was able to get the ball, but then kind of tripped up on her own feet, unfortunately.
There goes Olivia.
So you get Olivia Nicholson on the right, and the Sharon defender is able to come out with the ball, and it's got a little bit of room trying to push it up to Wooten, and again that's a 25, 30-yard punt, and it's hard to be efficient with those.
Yeah, they're going to have to put somebody else up there to help Wooten.
Well, yeah, that's the question becomes, Ellen, at what time. It's 3-1, so the game's still close, and we have a whole half left. So, do you risk taking somebody off defense and putting them up the middle of the field, or? And that's obviously a coaching decision. It's a tough one, especially against a team like Foxborough. So here we have a little breakaway up. Wooden wasn't able to keep the ball in. She was trying to work around the corner on Ashley Board. So an inbounds, Lindsay Resnick over to Lauren Miley in the middle. Lauren taking her time. Nice ball over to Peyton Feldman, where there's a lot more room. Peyton taking her time, picks her head up, looking for a player. She finds Olivia Nicholson on the right, and Sharon Play is right there to meet her and take the ball away. And then Peyton Feldman grabs it back. So we have Brooke Barrera in the middle. Ball was just outside. She couldn't quite get her foot on it. And back to Lindsay Resnick, and it's an inbound from Foxborough. Lindsay Resnick just went a little too quick on her inbound, so they're making her redo it. And they're right to the middle, right into Brooke Barrera, who the Sharon defender was right there already. To Lauren Miley, up to Grace Ferguson. She has Olivia Nicholson on the right, Caroline Mangione, a little too much. But right idea. That was the right idea for it. Amanda Hugh, number 7 for Sharon, is inbounding. She's been on the ball quite a bit this second quarter of the game. She's working hard out there, so we'll see if she can create some opportunities and get that ball up to Wendy Wooden and maybe create another scoring opportunity for Sharon.
She did a nice job the other day too.
She did. Yeah, she plays up that middle. She's pretty tough and smart. Most of the action, though, is staying definitely on Sharon's side. Once in a while, it's coming through. And as I say that, Sharon's able to punch the ball through. Ashley Board's there for her. Right, quick, easy out to Lindsay.
There's only one person to pass to when they do that.
Right. Now, you can see the frustration setting in a little on her. Or it seems to. She's trying to get to that ball, but with 2 or 3 defenders back there able to pass around her. Just not getting that up. But that's what trap soccer is, Ellen. It's boot the ball up, and hopefully you can get behind the defenders and sprint out.
Yep.
You really have to be patient with that. So here's an opportunity right to the feet of Ashley Board. It's going to be an inbounds for Foxborough coming up. Under 2 minutes left in the half. So Brooke Barrera in the middle, looking to take advantage, able to work around 2 Sharon players and push through. Nice shielding by number 6 in Sharon. She was able to box out Brooke Barrera and stop the forward momentum. Looks like that's the end of the first half. So great first half. Foxborough seemed to get their legs. They were struggling a little bit in the beginning, especially when that first goal went. But then they settled down and were able to kind of take over from that the Sharon defense, where they were really just stacking back there.
Yeah. Yep, they did. We recovered nicely. That's for sure. It was a little shaky there at the beginning.
It was, but like we said, they haven't had a lot of opportunity to play together. They didn't have the summer league, and you have seniors going out, some new players coming in, but a little less subbing this first half than they did in Sharon for Foxborough at any rate.
Right.
They minimized. There was a lot more subbing. We'll see what the second half brings. I know the coaches are eager to see what they have in their new players and kind of create the chemistry that they need. So that'll be interesting. All right, welcome back to the second half of Foxborough girls varsity soccer against Sharon. The score is 3-1. Foxborough has possession for the beginning of the second half here. So looks like we're back to our original starters back in the field.
And so Morgan's at the other end now.
Yes, we switched sides. So it'll be interesting to see if what adjustments, if any, were made on each side. So what we saw in the first half was Sharon really going heavy defensively. They were able to capitalize and get one goal early, and Foxborough took a bit, but they figured it out, and they were able to really start attacking the goals. So it'll be interesting to see. So the ball's pushed out. Looks like Alyssa Vandenboom on the far left, and Sharon's going to have an inbounds.
It's Taylor Sachs, I guess, going to be kicking it in.
Okay, a little back and forth of possession, going back and forth. Ashland surveys Kaylee McCabe trying to get the ball. Looks like the Sharon player's able to get around her. And Emma Dahl steps up and help. Now Kaylee McCabe has Jordan Collins up front trying to get a through ball, and the Sharon defender's able to come up. And here we go. Caitlin Malka coming on the balls on the right, and number 26 is able to really just kind of stay with that ball and push it out. And that's Molly McElvey. We've said her name a few times. She just seems to be such an asset for the Sharon team. So Caitlin Malka's on the far right, trying to push the ball over, and Jordan Collins was right there, but the goalie was there for the quick save. So here we go, a little quick. So Kayla Malga going far right, looking to cross. Jordan Collins is there, and the goalie for Sharon is right on the ball, and that is Cass Barbera. And she had a couple tough balls off the top of her fingertips in the first half, but they were all solid goals. Plus off the far post on the crossover from Caitlin Malka. So we have an inbounds from Sharon on the far side of the field. Nice easy up. And Ashley Board back to defend. Push in the middle. Emma Dahl's back in the middle with Ash. She's pushing up to Ashland Cervase. She's got a little room. Through ball to Jordan Collins, who's on the far left. Nice. She's trying to beat the defender. Looks like she's going to get her shot off. And goalie is there. Casper Barbera is there for the save. Jordan Collins trying to come in from the left-hand side. Got her foot on it solidly, but Cass was able to. Let's see that again. So Jordan Collins breaks, gets by the defender, just a little too far, and she was having this kind of twist her body to get her right foot on it. But great effort by Jordan Collins, as usual, coming up. So quick ball up. Vandenboom's not able to keep possession of the ball, and Sharon's able to clear it back. Ashley Board is there to receive. Looks like they're pushing more girls up on Sharon, Ellen. See number 13 here on the far left, undefended. So they've definitely adjusted. They're going to try to see if their defense can hold and push for some opportunities up top, which I think is the way to go when you're going in and you need to really create opportunities. You can't play heavy defense when you're down 2 goals.
Right. So
it'll be interesting to see how this works out.
So Caitlin's going to kick it in. It was off of Sharon.
Okay, and Amanda Hughes there is able to stop the inbounds. So they're probably going to rely heavily on number 7 Amanda Hughes and 26 Molly McElvey for Sharon, and see if they can keep Foxborough from getting clean shots on the goalie while trying to push the ball up. Looks like Wooten is not on the field unless I'm missing her. Did she not start the second half out? Number 2-1 for Sharon?
No, you know what? I see her on the sideline.
Yeah, so she must be getting a little break for the beginning of the second half. So we have going to be a corner kick for Foxborough.
Sorry, I was looking down at the names.
So this looks like
it though.
So this should be a corner kick. I'm losing count. It's either the 4th or 5th of the game. And again, they had a lot of trouble converting on these last season. Caitlin Malika has a great touch coming off of these corners. So, but they're not looking to drop it in the middle. Looking to maintain control. So let's see if these changes are able to help with conversions on some of these corner kicks. They're keeping the ball forward. Caitlin Malika trying to turn the corner on Amanda Hugh, and she's able to beat her, but not quite able to get her foot on it. So looks like it's back to the corner kick. Caitlin Malika once again. So we have Megan Burke pushing up from defense, and it looks like Alyssa Vandenboom's going to be over there, hopefully to try to receive the ball. Get Jordan Collins, Kaylee McCabe, and Emma Dahl kind of at midfield, hoping for a cross ball or an assist coming in, which it looks like they're going to, and it's going to be another corner kick, Foxborough.
Oh, okay.
So that puts us at about 7 here.
Without
getting the shots on goal, they're not penetrating with these. So let's see. This is Vandenboom.
No, I mean, we tend to do a little soft kick and then kick it back to Caitlin, although this one they're sending, so.
They kept it on the ground, though, so Kaylee McCabe and Alyssa Vandenboom trying to keep it. So now Megan Burke, nice. 2 touches, nice control the ball, look for her teammate. Emma Dahl in the middle. Be patient. It's great soccer. So Emma Dahl's taking a shot from a little further out. And Cass Barbera was there and able to easily pick up the save on it.
They pretty much had everybody in the box again that time.
For Sharon?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to pull them back. Well, corner kick, right, I guess.
Yeah.
Grace Ferguson playing up the middle. And
nice footwork by Grace.
To Jordan Collins, and looks like they're going to get the call. Jordan Collins her feet were taken off from under. It was, didn't look intentional. The Sharon player was going for the ball, but just kind of took her by a little hip check. So it looks like Foxborough is going to have an indirect kick coming from the 30. And who do we have kicking that in? It's Peyton. Peyton Feldman's going to be kicking that in from the 30.
She's doing the little Bill Clinton push forward. Yeah.
Careful where you go with that one.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, it could be Trump too.
We don't do political.
You know,
we don't do political. So back with Peyton Feldman. So Sharon was able to receive that indirect kick and clear it out. It's coming back. Ashley Board, and we have Megan Burke sprinting back to cover. Great defensive mindset on that. As I was telling you early on, I really like Megan on the outside. She just she backs up. She's able to play more aggressive on that outside. Kaylee McCabe pushing the ball up the middle, able to beat the defender. She's trying to work around and crosses it over to Caitlin Malika on the far right. Caitlin Malika with a nice little through ball to Alyssa Vandenboom, who kept it, crossed it in the middle of Jordan Collins, and there it is. Jordan right there for great assist by Alyssa Vandenboom. So it was Kaylee McCabe over to Caitlin Malika, up to Alyssa and to Jordan. That is great teamwork.
Beautiful teamwork. I love to see that.
Alyssa Vandenboom with a great patience and heads-up play, seeing Jordan, great positioning in the middle. So Foxborough records its 4th goal, and here we'll take a quick look at the replay. So Alyssa able to fake out the defender, nice little chip over to Jordan Collins, who's able to scoop it and put it right in.
It was great. We had Jordan and Grace right there, so if it went by Jordan, Grace could have had a shot at it.
Solid field awareness for Foxborough on that play, and not much the goalie Cass Barbera could do on that one. The ball was just pinballing around from Foxborough players. So
great.
It looks like them moving a couple girls upfield is going to be a little tougher for them now. Sharon, because the opportunities are definitely there's more penetration from Foxborough right now than it seemed to be in the first half. Okay, so an inbounds from Sharon, number 7, Amanda Hugh. You've heard her name a few times today.
Yep.
So she's inbounds, and they're struggling with these inbounds from Sharon. So So Kaylee McCabe is able to break. Looks like she's got some field. Let's see what she does with this. She's able to get around the defenders and takes it lefty and has the hat trick. Excellent play. Kaylee McCabe took her time, worked to the outside.
The speed of Foxborough, a lot of teams have trouble with it.
Here we're going to see a quick replay on it. So Kaylee McCabe is able to work around the defenders, take her time, get her left foot, and just catch the outside of the goal. That was a
I think it went off the
nice
bar,
goal.
right?
Yes, it hit the outside bar. Got that far corner. So that's Kaylee's third of the game. It puts her at 4 on the season so far. So she's off to a good start. So it's nice to see that the offense still clicking as it did last year. So we get Emma Dahl in the back, working it outside to Ashlyn Cervase, and Ashlyn loses a little bit to a Sharon player. So we go Megan Burke coming up. So this is what I like, is Megan can be a little more aggressive, because then she can get back if she isn't able to convert and push it upfield.
She does have speed on the D.
She has great speed, great field awareness on that outside, and really can push the ball forward. Because in the middle, when you're playing the middle, you really have to stay back. You have to be reactive, and you have to work off your other center defender. Right. So Kaylee McCabe is now being subbed out for. I can't make out who's coming in.
That
looks
is
like Kylie
O'Keefe.
Here we go, Kylie O'Keefe. First year on varsity, very strong player, a lot of heart in cases. It was nice to see Kylie get out there and get some playing time. Erin Foley is in at offense as well. So Erin's a freshman on varsity this year. So she had her first goal. She recorded her first goal against Sharon on Monday night, which was great to see. They have to get these girls, especially freshmen coming in, like Lindsay Resnick, Erin Foley. They really have to. You're coming in, you're an underclassman, and you have to find your way. And it was nice to see. You could actually see her confidence go up right after that goal Monday night, and really see her play elevate from that. So it was probably just kind of get that out of the way, and now she can kind of settle in.
So she's out there playing forward with Alyssa Vandenboom.
So she's got Vandenboom. So Jordan Collins is out. So it's Alyssa Vandenboom and Erin Foley up the middle. Caitlin Mollica is playing up. She's on the outside which she does quite a bit, but Caitlin has the speed to get up and down the field. She really controls her side of the field very well. So you'll see her get up and down that field throughout the entire game. She's a phenomenal athlete and works very hard at staying in shape for sports, basketball as well as if you're in Foxborough, you're aware she's a very strong player for the Foxborough basketball team. So Emma Dahl, she brought up to Emma Dahl, looking for Ashlyn Cervase on the side. She has it, working up the sideline. Now we have it to Erin Foley, has a little room. Let's see what Erin's able to do. This looks for a nice through ball to Vandenboom, back over to Foley, but just not enough on the ball to get it over to Erin. But great teamwork, great control, great through balls. I think one of the things you see at Foxborough that they seem to do, is a strength for them, is their through balls. Their passes are like, they really look to get it in front of the player they're passing to. Not just get it to their feet, but allow them to be what's called sideways forward and push the ball over. Nice, right idea by Erin Foley. She had a defender on her. She was trying to get the ball over to Ashlyn Cervase on the far left for a shot, but the Sharon defender was there, and Erin just wasn't quite able to get her foot on it. So now we have
I like the way they're moving the ball, though.
It's good control. They're definitely seem to be taking over here, Foxborough, for this second half. It's like Sharon's
Our
going back.
defense is really pushed up.
Sharon's looking like they're going back to a more defensive set. I don't know if that's by design or just because we're now at 5-1 Foxborough. With 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
I was going to say that looked like a handball to me.
Was it calling handball? I couldn't tell.
I believe so. Just it went off of Ashlyn's foot and came up and hit her.
It's good to get where they can get a lead like this, Ellen, and then you're able to give some of these newer girls time on the field, see what they can do, like Kylie O'Keefe, keep saying it wrong with her sister's name. Kylie O'Keefe is able to get some time at center mid and really see what she's able to do. Erin Foley up top as well. It's good to get these girls in there, work with their teammates, and really get a feel for playing the style of soccer that their coaches are looking for.
That went the wrong way on Megan's foot.
It did, but again, as we spoke to earlier, Megan's able to get back and recover. One thing about Megan is she does not give up on a play ever. She lost the ball, but the defender, the Sharon forward, wasn't expecting it, and Megan was able to get back and take the ball back, which is a huge asset on defense. Foxborough back to possession soccer. They're doing some nice passing, they're setting up some great passing lanes, maintaining their distance, able to keep Sharon running. The good thing about playing it like this, Ellen, when you see them setting up their passing lanes, getting in that triangle formation, Sharon's chasing the ball. They're getting tired.
They are.
So Sharon's going to get tired having to chase these passes back and forth, and that'll wear them down. There's a lot of soccer left. But as we've seen in the past, that doesn't mean Sharon's going to hold back. They're a tough team, and they play hard. They play hard right to the end every time.
They are. They're very scrappy. They, the past couple of years, just because of the players we've had, we've played them very tough every year, and they still come in and they try their hardest and put their best effort forward. Our offense is too strong for them.
It is tough to defend, especially when you have such potent scoring threats as Jordan Collins, McCabe, and Malika, and then you add in some of these other girls who are up front and have the ability to score as well. And it's tough for any defense out there. They really have a tough time with Foxborough. And you saw last year to what Sharon's doing. A lot of the teams did a similar. They were dropping one back on D and really playing a strong defensive back and just trying to keep the game under control, so to speak. Kylie O'Keefe up the middle, working for the ball, doing a great job of disrupting and controlling. She's got 3 girls on her, so it's not easy. She's fighting for every possession, but doing well. So Kayla Malika pushing it up the right, pushing it over to Alyssa Vandenboom off her back foot. Erin Foley's able to get the ball. Nice, soft pass over to Ashlyn Cervais. And Ashlyn just a little tough getting her outside foot on it, but got the shot off. Casey Barbera with the save, but that was some great work. And that actually started with Kylie O'Keefe in the middle. Here we go, we're going to do a quick replay. So Ashlyn on the outside, and just actually it was actually a little stronger of a shot than from here, but
it was because it bounced right off.
Yeah, the goalie was able to reach out and get it.
Yep.
So we have Caitlin Molliker on the far right, looking to get an opportunity to cross the ball, and struggling in. And loses possession. A couple defenders came up, and once again, number 26 Molly McElvey was right there to break it up and push the ball upfield. So Megan Burke on Sharon forward. Looks like we've got Wendy Woodens back in. They put Wendy's on the number 21 for Sharon's on the left. They had her on the right before. She's going to have more trouble with a scrappy player like Megan with her speed and strength. I think she's going to have a tough time getting behind Megan to get any shots off. But.
So they just took Grace Ferguson out and Alyssa Vandermoon. And they brought in Lauren Miley.
Is that Rongione? Caroline Rongione?
Yes. Yep. So, to your point earlier, Mike, the speed on Foxborough, it's tough for a lot of these teams. We just have, speed on offense, speed on defense, and it's just hard for people to keep up with that.
It wears them down in games, these teams. So it was a nice crossover from Kayla Mollica to Caroline Rongione. It was just a little high to the inside for Caroline to get it. So
they called.
What do you got to do? We got to
something. Is it
push
a
on
penalty
Sharon?
shot?
No, I think it was outside the goalie box. At least the ball was. So it's probably going to be an indirect, or it's going to be a direct. Kayla Mollica's looking to take the kick. Looks like it's going to be a direct kick.
Huh.
I didn't. I'm with you, and I wasn't able to see what the actual call was, but giving her a direct kick. Kayla Malika coming off and is able to capitalize.
Yeah.
So that's number
Nice.
2 for Caitlin.
Yep.
On a direct kick coming up the middle. So
1 and 6.
Nice job. Way to capitalize. So Foxborough 6, Sharon 1. So they're again, Foxborough's really starting to penetrate now. So here's the replay on it. Kayla Malika waiting. She's got the lane and is able to get a nice strike to the left corner.
Did they? They must have pulled somebody down in the box.
Well, it looked like some of the Sharon defenders kind of shielded the goalie. They made it a little tough on him. So Kylie O'Keefe bringing the ball up the middle, looking for pass over to Caroline Rongione up on forward. Caroline setting the ball back to Peyton Feldman, being patient, and this is kind of how they were able to kind of take over this game. Looking for those outlet passes, the defense pushing up, giving them the safety net in case they weren't able to penetrate again through. So Kayla Malika trying to push the ball, right idea over to Ashlyn Cervais, just wasn't able to get it through.
It looks
So
like
Peyton
Megan
Feldman,
is shadowing Wendy Wooden at this point.
That's exactly what it looks like, right? Which is a smart move.
Yeah. I will say last year she was the player that shadowed several of the top Hawk players last year. She did a nice job of it.
She's relentless. Megan is relentless. Her feet never stop moving.
She's a gnat.
As you know. But her feet never stop moving, and she won't be outworked. They might get by her, they might get opportunities, but it's not because Megan wasn't on the ball and working. So again, it was I didn't see this one. It must have been another push on Sharon. The calls are starting to come the second half here. I didn't see as many.
Yeah, I think they've got to be getting tired at this point.
We're in the 2 minutes in the third quarter. Peyton Feldman kicking the ball up, and Lauren Miley receiving, trying to create an opportunity. Through ball over to Ashlyn Cervais on the far left, and the Sharon defender comes in. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick.
Yeah.
Good
Looks
defense,
like Lauren
though.
Miley's coming in to take it.
Okay, so yeah, so she must have. Kayla Malika. Kayla Malika generally takes them, so interesting to see.
Well, they got to start working somebody else in
no,
because she's going to be gone next year.
It's true. It's just hard because Caitlin has such a nice touch in that corner. But the way they're doing it this year, Ellen, is these little soft. They don't really need Caitlin to take it. Last year, Caitlin was able to just drop that ball in front of the goal. All of
you know what? Caitlin's not even on the field.
She just subbed out.
Oh, okay.
She just subbed.
Gotcha. And did Brooke come in?
It looks like, is it Reagan Buckley?
Oh.
No,
yes.
Yeah, is it Reagan Buckley, number 7?
It could be.
Can't see that far. So she's going to be playing on the right midi.
So Reagan was very sick up until for a couple of weeks before tryouts, I think. Strep throat. So it's taken her a little while to get it full strength.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
End of the third quarter. Foxborough 6, Sharon 1. 2 goals by Kayla Malika, 3 for Kaylee McCabe, and 1 for Jordan Collins.
Yep. Bunch of assists by the 3 of them.
Bunch of assists through all of them. I think there was only 1 unassisted goal.
Yep.
And not a lot of activity for Morgan Sylvester.
No.
They just haven't.
But we like
Sharon
it that way.
Right, exactly. Sharon hasn't been able to quite penetrate since that first quarter. Let's see what the fourth quarter brings. If the frustration sets in with Sharon, because they're working hard out there, they're attacking, but they kind of gave up on their game plan a little bit, trying to push a little offense, and then Foxborough just started. Really, I mean, how much of that third quarter was within the 20 yard line of Sharon's field?
You're right. Yep.
That's difficult, especially difficult on the defense, difficult on the goalie. Eventually, it just starts to kind of break down there.
It is.
So now there was some definitely trying to get some reps in for other girls. We'll see what the fourth quarter brings. What the coaches go back to with the 6-1 lead. So let's see if they continue to give reps to some of the newer girls on the team.
So 7 is Reagan Buckley. You're right. So
still, I look at them with their masks on. These poor kids having a run.
I know.
Hey, look at that.
But
Sharon.
yeah, I think everybody. I mean, the passes by Alyssa and Grace, and you know, it just coming right off their foot beautifully to Jordan or Kaylee or Caitlin, and they're able to convert. It's nice to see them working so well together.
Yeah, little struggle, like you had mentioned in the beginning, and they struggled a bit in that first quarter, but then they really just got into a groove here, and
Same thing in
really
Sharon
just
too.
took over.
Same thing in Sharon. And again, we were on a grass field. I know it's harder.
I felt like they never quite got it fully going. I thought. I know they got a little bit at the end, but.
I think it's hard to play on the grass. I mean, their field seems
Is
to have
Sharon
some
going to
divots and
turf?
stuff.
Do you know? Because they're putting in a new high school. They already started construction back there.
Right,
and
$200 million.
Yeah. So.
And I talked to a friend of mine who believes that they would be putting in a turf field. So I hope they do. They're one of
be a huge benefit to their program.
I think they're the only town right now because Stoughton was the other one, and they just put theirs in.
Finalized, right? Yeah. So they were. Yeah, and poor Stoughton, they were playing on that tough field off to the side. That was.
That was worse than Sharon.
Yeah. So these girls really it'll help the team. It maybe get with only 16 girls on the team, so hopefully it'll help to recruit and a new setup. As we know
Such
here,
a small town,
Foxborough was able to put in the turf and this whole new setup. So. We're back to fourth quarter. Sharon pushing the ball up forward. And number 13 able to work around Kylie O'Keefe. And in comes Megan Burke for the steal. And pushing up.
Oh, a nice pass to Erin. Erin Foley.
Go, Erin. Erin working the ball back to the middle. Sees Caroline Rongione, but the pass was just behind her.
It's Brooke Barrera with the ball. Nice movement.
And Laura Miley in the middle. Trying to control. So, did you say Brooke Barrera's back in? I hadn't seen her subbed in number 9.
No, sorry, that was Reagan.
Reagan Buckley, okay. Yeah.
The hair's throwing me off.
No, they all have that long pony.
Yep.
So Foxborough inbounding. Looks like the ball's going to be coming back in. Another inbound for Foxborough. Looks like it's going to be Ashland Surveys coming, looking to inbound it. Over to Peyton Feldman. Peyton's going to push it back to Emma Dahl. And back to nice controlled ball. So we get Kylie O'Keefe working it up the middle. And over to Ashland Surveys with a little chip and just wide of the net.
Ashland's done a nice job the past 2 games.
So here we go. We're going to do a quick replay on it. So the ball's over, and Ashland gets a nice scoop with her right foot.
A little too much.
A little to the outside, but it was the right idea.
Yep.
Right idea. That's a tough shot to take. So Kylie O'Keefe pushing the ball, looking for a through ball up to Caroline Rongione, and she's pushed off the ball by the Sharon defenders. Now we have Peyton Feldman pushing the ball.
Nice movement by Reagan.
Trying to figure out who's playing where on defense. Looks like Peyton's in the middle with Ashley Board and Emma Dowles over the outside, but she might be shadowing Wooden too, so they might be switching off between her and Megan. So Peyton Feldman able to break it up, and Sharon player comes in and take the ball. So Ashley Board with possession, pushing the ball up to Lauren Miley, and Sharon's able to come in and scoop the ball out. So little frustration showing. It looked like a little hip check over to Megan.
Burke out.
Taking Megan Burke out. Now he's going to have to back up Wooden. She's playing it in a little tight. So let's take a look here. She comes in, plays the body instead of the ball. That's just frustration showing.
Yeah.
Got to be careful. But,
yep.
But again, Megan Burke doesn't skip a beat. Gets right in, give me the ball, and let me kick it upfield. So Caroline Rongione playing control. Nice. Great work trying to get through, pushing through. And ball's over to Lauren Miley, and we're going to get a call on pushing for Rongione. I was kind of surprised because I thought I saw her arms extend up on the back, so but looks like they didn't get the call. So, great ball coming up. Emma Dahl using the side of her
So
head. It looked like, I don't think that was the
okay,
plan.
but that's funny because Sharon did that in the first half and they intentionally headed the ball. That one just came.
Yeah,
it was a line drive at Emma.
They must have.
They didn't call it in the first
right?
half. She kicked it all the way in.
That was a big boot.
That was.
26 really can get her foot on
But
the ball.
Morgan
Right to
was
Morgan
there.
Sylvester.
Yep, Morgan was right there for the save.
A nice punt right up the middle, and Erin Foley there to keep it going forward. Lauren Miley pushed it over. Looks a little too far out. None of the Foxborough players are able to capitalize, so Reagan Buckley allows the ball to go out to take the inbounds. And we have Jordan Carmen coming in for Kylie O'Keefe. Is that? Yep,
yes,
JoJo's
yep.
coming in. Kylie O'Keefe with a nice little stint, and then we have Peyton
Lindsay
Feldman
Resnick.
coming out, and Lindsay Resnick taking her place on defense. So Reagan Buckley up to Carolyn Rangione, who's controlling the ball. Carolyn Rangione showing her footwork here in this fourth quarter. Pushes it over a little too far over. Ashlyn Cervais trying to maintain control. Sharon defender comes in and is able to take the ball away. And Lindsay Resnick's there to defend for Foxborough and keep the ball forward. Emma Dahl as well. And Megan Burke with the ball, pushing it outside, looking for a nice up to Caroline Rangione. And Sharon is there able to defend and push the ball off. A little bit of back and forth right now with possession. Jordan Carmen back to Megan Burke on the outside, able to thread through two Sharon players and push the ball forward to Caroline Rangione once again. Up to Erin Foley, and Sharon defense is there to answer. So now Sharon maintaining a little possession here. A couple quick passes, looking for the player in the middle. Nice ball. Nice little passing and possession on Sharon's side here. Over to Lauren Miley for Foxborough, was able to intercept the ball and take it upfield to push it to Ashlyn Cervais. Over to Erin Foley, who's going to be playing McElvey over there, who's definitely the strongest defender, and Erin Foley is able to work her way around. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like McElvey went down. I don't know if she hurt herself or just lost her footing.
Yeah.
I don't think she just lost her footing. I'm not sure why the refs called him. Is he looking for an injury? Because the goalie has it. Let's take a look here. So Erin Foley's able to do a nice step back with the ball, and yeah, it looks like McElvey just lost her footing.
Well, it looked like she kind of ran into Erin.
Yeah.
And then Erin got around her, and then
so they
fell.
called a injury timeout, but there wasn't really an injury. I think it was
Yeah.
just confusion with the refs. So
Okay.
the goalie had possession already at that point. I'm not sure what's going on now. They're gonna send it back.
Again. Twofer?
They're giving it to Foxborough.
Oh.
I'm not sure what that was. The goalie did a kick out, and
Maybe
for
because
some
it was
reason
in the air?
it's looking like a penalty kick for Foxborough. So I don't understand at all what happened there. It looked like a penalty. They thought an injury timeout. Goalie had
This
possession.
is going to be an indirect kick.
They
though.
allowed
It
her to
looks-
kick. Now they're doing an indirect kick in the goalie box. So I don't really understand kind of what transpired there, Alan. But it creates an opportunity for Foxborough.
Yeah, this is interesting. I have no idea.
Funny, if you look and you see now they're pushing her. I was going to say Erin Foley was in just a sea of Sharon players, and looks like they moved her to the outside. So I don't really understand what happened there, but Foxborough was not able to capitalize. We go
Megan Burke.
Megan Burke was able to keep the ball forward, and the Sharon defender was in there to intercept. Back over to Ashlyn Cervais on the outside. Ashlyn looking to cross the ball to the middle. Gets it to Jordan Carmen. And Jordan is not able to capitalize. A couple of the Sharon defenders came in and were able to take the ball. So
Yeah, that's interesting. I'd love to know what actually transpired down there.
Yes, I didn't really understand it.
Because
So
they
now
gave it to the
kick.
goalie to kick it. It was maybe in the air. Maybe she can only.
Well, she kicked it off the ground, which I thought
Right.
she was instructed to do.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
I really don't fully understand.
Yep.
It's a nice out ball over. So and Megan Burke pushing the ball upfield to Caroline Rongione, and Sharon's able to break up the play and push the ball forward. So number 3 on Sharon pushing the ball up. Number 13 has a little bit of room on the left. This is one of their first actual pushes toward the net this fourth quarter. So number 7 pushing into the middle, and nobody there to receive. Lindsay Resnick for Foxborough was there. Kind of a pass, nobody. But Sharon is able to get the ball back and takes a shot up from 20-yard line. Morgan Sylvester easily was able to record the save, but it was good to see
nice
Sharon
throw
pushing
by
forward.
Morgan. She got it out to the 35.
So McElvey receives the ball and is able to punt it up to Foxborough's 30, and it's a foot race between Jordan Carmen and number 8 of Sharon. She's able to push the ball up to,
that was Olivia Nicholson
so we didn't see her come in. Jordan
and
Collins.
There's Caroline Rongione
Jordan Collins
with a nice,
is back. There we go. Caroline Rongione
nice.
with a nice shot. So Jordan Collins is back
shot.
on the field.
Yeah, beautiful shot by Caroline. Nice feed from Olivia. Oh, here we go. And have a replay. So there's Caroline. She gets by one defender and right over the goalie. It's a beautiful shot. Right over her left shoulder.
It's good work by good awareness by Caroline Rongione to settle down and set the ball and take the shot.
Right.
It's actually a nice placement in that far right upper corner. Ashley Board pushing the ball to Caroline Rongione. Caroline Rongione is really coming on strong in this fourth quarter.
She is.
She's covering a lot of field and putting in some good footwork. It's nice to see her really step up, taking advantage of the opportunities that she's getting this season already. So Lindsay Resnick with the inbounds on the far side of the field. Ashley Board's playing deep. Megan Burke covering the middle, and then McDonald.
Here comes Brooke Barrera in for Reagan Buckley.
So Brooks coming in on the right mid-wing. And McDonald, nice control, way to be patient and clear that ball out. So it looks like it's going to be Foxborough's inbounding from the far side.
I will say that Mr. Kaiser's doing a phenomenal job
shagging
chasing
God
those
love
soccer balls.
God love him.
Just a little shout out to Mr. Kaiser.
That looks like a lot of work.
I believe he is the favorite teacher at Foxborough High School, if I'm not mistaken.
Careful.
Well, I mean, he wins it every year in the yearbook.
Oh, well, fair enough. See, I don't read the yearbook, so you got one up on me. I'll leave the trivia, Foxborough High School trivia to you.
So it looks as though some of the starters, have been out for a while. I'm assuming because of the score of the game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they you've got in the sideline to see if they come back in. We're down to 8.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. You get Amadal pushing the ball up and looking for Brooke Barrera, but it's just ahead of her, a little too far ahead. So it'll be Sharon inbounding on the close part of the field here. So we have substitutions for Sharon. We get a couple new players coming in. Sharon's pushing forward. And was Lindsay Resnick able to come up and intercept the pass and to get out to midfield, but Sharon has a little bit of room there. It's a nice ball forward, but really no one there to capitalize on the pass to the middle.
Nice move by JoJo.
We have JoJo coming up the middle with the ball. We've got Jordan to the right and Caroline split to the left. She finds Caroline on the left. Caroline taking her time, passing the ball over nicely to Lauren Miley, who's able to get the shot off, and saved by Cass Barbera again on the outside. So Lindsay Resnick once again receiving the punt and able to maintain
Looked like
control.
there was a little mix-up there between Emma and Lindsay. Both going after the ball at the same time. Oh, that was close.
Yeah. So
But
across the line. So we're gonna have an inbounds for Sharon. Here we go. See that again. Looks like he just gets over the line. Oh yeah, yeah. Ref's right there to see it. So good hustle by Jordan trying to get to it and keep it in.
Yep.
So Jordan looking to make something happen from the far right, and Sharon's there, able to defend, and Casper Vera once again is able to record the save, taking her time, looking for the opportunity to punt it out. Great punt up the right-hand side, and Lindsay Resnick is there to grab possession and push it upfield. Olivia Nicholson trying to keep the ball forward. Looks like it's going to be Sharon inbounding from the far side. Sharon seems to have figured out the inbounding, so they haven't turned it over for a bit on their inbounds, as they did a lot in the first half.
Yep.
Lauren Miley fighting for the ball in the middle, and Emma Dahl comes up and helps push the ball upfield.
Here comes Kayla McCabe. Back in for Laura
Kaylee's
Miley.
back in the middle. Laura Miley coming out. And now the only one we haven't seen is Ferguson and Mollica, right?
Yep.
Here's Ferguson and Kayla Mollica. Still some time, 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. It's kind of a delicate balance, right, Ellen? You want to give new girls time, but you don't want to take time away from your senior players and your veteran players as well. So it's kind of finding that balance.
Especially like you said, they really they haven't played. You know, these are the first 2 games of the season, and you kind of have to get into a groove. And next week we've got a very tough opponent in Oliver Ames. So
you don't want to kind of upset your core balance, but you have to develop your newer players. So
we lose 10 girls at the end of this year.
Right. That's right. So that's a big gap, where last year it was 6.
Yes, 6.
And the year before that it was 4. So
right.
This is going to be definitely a big transition year.
Yep.
But I will say Canton last year, the year before, Canton had 18 seniors No, not Canton. Excuse me, Mansfield. 18 seniors graduate, and they still were able to field a competitive team. They have a great program over there. They always have.
They do.
So ball push to the middle. Kaylee McCabe trying to work around 5 defenders over to Jordan Collins. They're swarming back on defense again, Ellen.
They're
really,
all over Jordan and Kaylee.
Yeah, they've stacked the defense up the middle again. So Brooke Barrera chasing the ball out. So Brooke's going to inbounds from the near side.
She's going to make Mr. Kaiser run all the way to the other side of the field.
Get his exercise
here
in.
He comes.
Close the circle on that eye watch.
Yeah.
So it looks like going to be Foxborough once again on the near side, inbounding. So we have Ashlyn Vanderboom, Alyssa Vanderboom up the front, Kaylee McCabe in the middle, Jordan Collins middle front, and some of our defenders pushing up. We've got Emma Dahl and Megan Burke for the outlet passes. So, which Jordan takes advantage of the outlet pass, but Sharon's able to capitalize and take the ball. Handball.
Yep.
Handball coming back, so Sharon's going to have an opportunity to kind of push forward here. So it looks like they're pushing everybody up. Leaving 4 back. McElvey with the big foot. She's got a strong foot for. Well, nice ball, 15. Sharon's chasing it down. Actual penetration, and looks like it went out.
They're going to get a corner kick, right?
No, it's a goal kick. She wasn't able to get to the ball in time.
Okay.
Yeah, she close, but not quite. So Morgan Sylvester. I think is that her first goal kick of the game? Might have been. don't know if the first half. She had a couple of the first half.
Yeah, I think she had a couple of the first half.
Okay, so Lindsay Resnick battling on the far side, and Sharon's able to get the inbounds. So we'll be bringing in the outside. So here's a little push for Sharon. I'm surprised they're not bringing up a few defenders to really push on the offense. Alan, you think they'll try to push up and put something on the scoreboard. Kaylee McCabe fighting up the middle with Brooke Barrera coming in, but Sharon's able to get to that ball first.
They might just be so exhausted at this point.
With the mask in the turf?
Yep.
Yeah, you're probably right. So Olivia Nicholson pushing the ball up to Jordan Collins on the far left. Jordan's trying to work toward the middle, create some opportunity here. She's looking to push through.
Oh, nice move.
Cutting through and not able to quite get her foot on it. So Sharon punting the ball, making its way all the way down to the Foxborough 30 where Ashlyn Board is there to receive. Taking her time trying to look for Foxborough, pushing it up, and Sharon's able to intercept and push it to the middle. So we have Jordan Carmen trying to get the ball, maintain possession. Sharon's able to take it back, push through. Kaylee McCabe's coming in to defend. Sharon does a nice through ball up to the left, and Megan Burke is there to take the ball and push it up to Brooke Barrera. So great defense, way to be patient. Alyssa Vandenboom fighting for the ball. Sharon's able to take the ball, capitalize. Pushing it to the right where there's some space. Let's see what they do here. So move it a little too soft on the pass. They weren't able to quite get it through, and Lindsay Resnick is there to intercept, but Sharon recovers and pushes it forward again. Sharon's actually starting to get a little bit of momentum, pushing the ball up here. See if they're going to be able to capitalize.
They have lulled us to sleep. 2 minutes left in the game.
Under 2. Clock stops at 2, so we're running. Olivia Nicholson charging the ball. It's going to be an inbounds from Sharon on the far side. Sharon pushing up, pushing through the middle. Jordan Carmen trying to come in. Not able to take it away, but able to disrupt the play. Brooke Barrera comes in. Nice. Able to take the ball and work it up. Nice, great through ball over to Kaylee McCabe. Kaylee pushing the ball up. Oh, great pass. Oh, good defense. That was a great give and go. Was that Vandenboom on the left?
I believe it was.
So it was a great give and go, but Sharon had a couple defenders in the middle. They were able to break it up, but Kaylee McCabe over to Vandenboom and then back, and Sharon was able to break it up. So nice job on Sharon. So Foxborough using their other passes. Ashley Board pushing it up on the far side over to Olivia Nicholson. She has a little bit of room. Picking her head up, looking to go over to, and that's game.
Game over.
So great, a lot of good things for the coaches to kind of get a feel for out of this game. Tough one for Sharon, but they play right up to the end. They work hard and
they do. I give them a lot of credit.
So it would be nice. So we have all the Rams. When's our next game, Ellen? I don't have it in front of me.
So next week, actually, we play Oliver Ames at 6 o'clock at Oliver Ames next Wednesday. I'm assuming that might be their senior night. And then next Friday night, we are playing at the high school, Foxborough High School, at 6 o'clock. And that is our senior night. So
it's crazy that the senior night's so quick. It's just it's with all this abbreviated season and adjustments on the fly. But
yeah,
correct. I just looked it up on the MIAA site. So you're right. 10:14 at 6 p.m. at Oliver Ames, and then the 16th we're here for senior night at 6 o'clock. So we'll be under the lights portion of it. So that'll be good.
Right.
And Oliver Ames is always a great game for both teams. Both teams play really well against each other, and they've stacked up really well. So I doubt it'll be any different this year, where both the cores of both of those teams are returning. So it'll be really interesting to watch.
Right.
But a lot of good things coming out today. We saw some of the newer players were able to get some time in. We have some good scoring. Kaylee McCabe with the hat trick. We had Caroline Rongione with a nice goal. Malika had a couple goals. Jordan Collins. So it was really nice to see some scoring spread around a bit too with a few of the players. So
and assists everywhere.
Assists
everybody.
That's you know what? Great point, Al. I'm glad you said that, because there were really a lot of
different people, different girls getting assists. It was gorgeous.
Which one stood out to you?
Oh gosh, I think the one from Alyssa to Kaylee. No, and then, oh my gosh, the two from Jordan to Kaylee. I mean, just they did a nice job.
They did I think the one, if I'm feeding off of you, it was like Caitlin to Jordan to Alyssa or Kaylee or something. There was like a 4 combination. Where they were to punch it in. That's what you want to see. These unassisted goals are great, but they don't show the teamwork and build up the consistency. So
right. No, the passing was beautiful today. They did a nice job.
All right. So once again, it was a great night. Actually, the weather held out for us, so it's nice to see the girls on the pitch again and really see them starting to gel and putting those numbers up like they did last year, so it'll speak well. And as you said, they have Oliver Ames next week in their senior night, which is going to be great, with 10 seniors here getting to do a senior night, because it really would have been a shame for them not to be able to capitalize and be able to have their senior night. So thanks again, everybody, and we hope to see you next week.